Welcome. It is 1 o'clock in Florida, and we are talking about clients, protection. Have you ever had a client ghost you after 2 of 10 sessions? Have you ever had a student ask for a refund for no good reason? Or have you maybe lost a big opportunity to teach for a corporate client because you couldn't find the right information in time for the deadline because you lost your password? And what does sunscreen have to do with business anyway? Well, today we want to talk about how you can protect yourself from legal burnouts, just like how sunscreen, had I put more on yesterday, would have prevented all of this sunburn. So this is going to help you learn how security measures can protect your business from potential legal sunburn or burnouts. So this discussion is for online business owners, teacher entrepreneurs, and course creators who are concerned about how to protect their most precious asset, their business. Is that you? Let me know in the chat. How are you today, and where are you joining from? I would love to know. So today I'm going to share 3 ways that you can protect your online business to shield your business from potential risks and legal headaches. And we want to understand the importance of implementing these security measures so that you don't get burned just like my shoulders. So I'm actually going to open up my coconut water. There we go. Have a quick sip and let me know what's your favorite drink during the day. I didn't used to like coconut water, but it has become my go-to. All right, so let's get into it today. So the first important thing that I had mentioned, of course, was when you're working with clients. If you are working with clients for an extended time, so I don't mean really just a one-off session. So if you have created an understanding with a client where you are going to see them at least 5, in a bunch of times. So if you're going to be seeing clients in an extended period and you've set specific lessons to be covered in a specific time in a specific order, these are going to be the times when you want to have a contract with your clients. So let me know where you're at in your stage of business. Let's say a 1 is you're way at the beginning. 2 is maybe you've had 3 or more clients, and maybe number 3 is you're very well along in your business and maybe you already have a contract. So I'd love to know where you're at. Hi there, Dylan. Great to have you here from Colombia. Nice to have you. So why would we need to have a contract? So just like those opening questions that I opened with, say you have a program that's going to have 10 lessons and your understanding with the client is, let's move these along. Right, here we go. That you are going to be meeting on a regular basis at a set time. Maybe it's every week for a certain amount of lessons. And you want to be clear for you and your client's sake that you're both on the same page and you have all of the T's crossed and the I's dotted, such as when will you meet? Where will you meet? Is it on Zoom? Is there a cancellation period where they need to let you know within 24 to 12 hours if they're going to cancel? And if they cancel in less time than that, what happens? So these are important questions that you need to think about and write down. And I'm not suggesting that you need to spend a lot of money or any money even on contracts. When you're first starting out, you could just be drafting one. You could be looking for a free template on the internet or even using one of the AI tools to help you outline something for your clients. So have a think about questions that have come up for you in the past and you had said to yourself, how can I protect myself from this happening again in the future? Do you have any scenarios where that has happened? I had one client who signed up with me. It was going to be a 10-week course. She hadn't yet paid, so that was my first mistake. I had made all of these plans and arrangements before she had committed, so she hadn't yet paid. But then I didn't have a contract with her either, so I didn't have anything in place to protect myself when she ghosted me. contacted her a few times. I gave her space. She did end up getting sick. I was in the hospital, and then she just dropped off the scene. So had I had, even for myself, a contract in place where I knew exactly the steps that I would take when these types of things might come up, the client would also know where they stood, that if something came up in life, sometimes life things happen, getting sick, family circumstances may change, but you want to know when those life things happen, what will you do? What have you already got in place? So that is something to really think about. Okay, great to know, Teresa, you've been in business for 3 years, so that's great. So maybe have a think back over the last 3 years. If you've had any situations that you feel like they could have been avoided or handled differently had there been a contract. So it also things such as how many lessons in total, if someone is paying up front, or maybe a 2-pay option for an entire package of a set of lessons. How long is each lesson? If they want to refer their friends, there's so many things that you could cover. So I'm not here today to tell you about contracts. I'm not a legal person, not a lawyer. I will have some recommendations at the end, not of my own, but if you'd like to have a look at some, I'll put that in the chat later. And you can also find things on my website that I do recommend. So the next part that I want to talk about is it's another area that some may or may not be up to yet. And I have talked about websites in the past. But if you have a website, you're likely further along in your business. And if you have a website, what protections do you have on it? Such as disclaimers. If you give testimonials from past clients, probably more likely of a monetary nature, after taking this course with such and such teacher, I earned this amount of money. So every person is going to be different. Everyone's outcomes are going to be different based on one of the factors would be how much effort they put into it. So you have no control over that. So there are sometimes factors involved that you don't have control over and are completely on the client or the student. So you want to know what things do you specifically cover, and what would be the outcomes that they can expect, what would be the average outcomes, and maybe if you're giving a very exciting testimonial that shows a really exceptional client, you do want to have a type of wording on your website that says something to suit that, such as this is not the average, this is, obviously depends on how much effort you're able to put in, the time you have to spend, the resources you have. So there's going to be a level of liability. We want to have that listed somewhere. So when I first started my website, I DIY'd it quite a few years ago. It looked very bland, like a piece of bread with nothing on it. I love to use analogies, so I hope that makes sense to you. Analogies really make sense to me, to have an example of something and relate it to something else. I find that's easy for some people to understand. So once I started realizing that my website could be a lot better, and then I also had, getting more clients, and I really wanted to make things legal. I wanted things to be professional. I wanted to make sure that I would cover myself in any situation. So I'm going to over here. Oh, this is where I'm coming to you from today. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. By the way, let's thank my sunburn from today. This is where I got my sunburn. As our the reason we are having this session today. So we ended up on our boat and we found a lovely shady tree to nestle under for a few hours and enjoy the quiet. So that was pretty cool. So we are obviously getting back to sunscreen for your business. So one thing that I would like to recommend is on my website, teacherchristy.com/tools, is my friend Amy, who is a lawyer. Amy Newton is a lawyer. She specifically has templates for for online business owners, and she has, what I've put a link there for, is her free masterclass that can help you understand how you can be legally covered and she gives you 3 areas that you need to look at. So I'm going to put that link in the chat later, but there it is on my website, teacherchristy.com/tools. And so Amy gives you specific ideas on what you need to do. If you were interested in any of her templates, you can also go to her shop. Make sure you click through on my partner links, and you'll also receive a discount there. So we really want to be specific and understand what we are prepared to guarantee, the word I'm thinking of. Think about, what are we prepared to guarantee? What can we offer on our website, and be specific, so that even if you weren't clear yet on the purpose of your website, it really helps you stop and think and get your own website in order. And then you know how to explain it to someone who is a visitor. What will they get out of it? What will they not get out of it? And that's really going to protect you from any misunderstandings, any legal issues. So those disclaimers can really safeguard you against legal claims. And also, this is going to protect your intellectual property. Having the correct legal jargon on your website. Amy has a whole package that you can purchase for your website, which not only comes with, it's a website toolkit, that's the one that I purchased. So it not only has templates, but also has those disclaimers for your website, and also contracts for your clients. So she has a few different things that you can purchase there. But definitely take a look at that free masterclass to get a really well-rounded understanding of that. So yes, Amy is based in the US, so templates may not suit you if you're outside of the US, but definitely her legal masterclass is a must-watch to give you ideas, and then you'll know what to look for in your area if you are outside of the US. So I hope that helps there. So number 3. So I gave a really interesting scenario earlier. Have you ever missed out on an opportunity, maybe it's a corporate client that you wanted to submit something for, but you missed the deadline because you lost your password and you couldn't reset it, or maybe there was a different situation. But how interesting are passwords? We can't function in today's online age without passwords, and they can become a real hassle. So we want to make sure that we are protecting ourselves. Another way to protect ourselves online is with your password protection. So let me know in the chat, how do you currently take care of your passwords? Do you just save them on your computer using the thing that pops up from your browser? Do you use maybe a free tool or a paid tool that saves everything for you, and you don't have to think about it? You just log in and everything is quite easy. So I am not an affiliate with any password protection company at all. The 2 of the top ones that could be helpful for you is OnePass, and then also LastPass, or if you're in America, LastPass. So I do try to practice for my American friends sometimes. I'm glad to know I still have a bit of an accent, even though I've lived in America for a while. So think about what your options are, whether it's something free, whether it's something, is it convenient? Is it something that you're going to continue using on a regular basis? So we don't want to have the situation where I'm getting myself out of right now, is I had logged in on my phone with one log on, and I used my computer with a different one. So I'm currently today going through all of my passwords and my logins to have the same in both places, to really help myself with that digital overwhelm. You may have heard me talking last week about Lydia Martin's digital clutter cure, and she has excellent training about things, and one of those is password protection. So one of the things that you want to really commit to is choosing one method of doing things and keeping it the same. So you don't have to think, oh, where was that password? Was it in that free tool? Or wait, was this one on my phone? Wait, maybe it was saved in my computer somewhere. So have you ever felt like that? Yes, I agree, Teresa. Passwords can be dreadful. They can be so frustrating, especially if you haven't logged into something for a while. So it's a really good idea to choose one item, one method of saving your passwords, and just sticking with that one. So that's going to reduce overwhelm. Let's think of an example. Oh, I hadn't thought about one for this. What could be an analogy for this? Something that you would do, or okay, do you go to 10 different grocery stores to buy your groceries? That sounds ridiculous, right? And sometimes we have things saved in so many different places, we're wasting a valuable time looking for, traveling to, clicking through to all of these different places, and it's really a waste of our precious time. We can't get our time back. We can't save it up in a bag and borrow for tomorrow. Get some back for tomorrow. So we really want to find the best way that works for you, whether that be a free or a paid tool. Some of those tools are quite low priced if it's just you in your business right now. OnePass and LastPass. LastPass used to have a free version. They do, but they only have it for one device. So if you are wanting to have password protection to be able to access your passwords on both your computer and your phone, LastPass is no longer free. It did used to be. I used to have that one years ago. So just to let you know about that one. So maybe things have changed. So definitely keep that in mind about what might suit you and what's going to save you the most time. Yeah, I agree with you, Teresa. Some people are just a little bit disorganized with passwords and they have them all over the place. Okay, so on our YouTube live today, we have been focusing on 3 different ways to protect yourselves. And so one of those is, let's go back to the beginning. We had about having a contract with our clients. The second one is having disclaimers or specific wording on your website. And then also for your password protection, that's going to be a really important time saver. So, of course, those other ones are not going to be specifically time savers up front. They are going to cost you time up front, but once again, they are going to be something that will save you time in the future, but also save you headaches in the future, just like Sunday. I think this is going to take a while. You can see where I likely sprayed over here. Oh, let's go full screen. This looks so funny. So this is the reason we're talking about protection today, is because I did protect myself. You can see I did do some protection, but I guess I missed a spot. Look at that. So we really want to make sure we cover all areas. Don't you like that? Cover all bases, not just one corner and then forget to come back and top up later. So we really want to make sure that we are taking care of our business. Would you agree it's going to be your most valuable asset? You can't just go buy another one from the supermarket. If you've built up a business to a specific place, then you need to take care of it just as much as you would a home that you live in, because it's going to help you with that income to then help you do whatever it is that you want to do with your life, spend time with family, friends, traveling, that fulfilling feeling you get from helping clients get to where they need to be, and having, specifically with clients, having that checklist of things that you know there's a specific order and everything is covered. So this is also a Q&A, so I did want to open the floor if you have any questions you'd like to ask. And while you're thinking about your questions, I wanted to let you know also of 3 of my favorite tools that will be going up in price at the end of today. At midnight tonight, 3 of my favorites, I'm actually going to show you here on the website. If you go to teacherchristie.com/tools, and I've listed them right at the top because I don't want you to miss out. If you are digitally cluttered and you need maybe a self-service way of systematically going through everything that you need, you might want to come here and click on Lydia's Digital Clutter Cure. Lydia is an amazing teacher. I met her quite a few years ago, and we both love technology. Lydia used to be a Windows girl, but has now shifted over to Mac, so she knows all things Mac. I love Windows, so we both sometimes check in with each other. Interestingly, Lydia's husband is a Windows guy, so I think that's the perfect marriage for technology, right? So they work together in their business. So that could be something that you might need, even if you're not in business. If you're a homeschool parent or running a business for somebody else that you're helping with, this could really help with organizing things. So number 2, and a lot of my friends have already taken the 21-day Teacher Entrepreneur Challenge, like myself. But if you have not yet, please consider today being that time that you jump in and you do it, because today is the last day. It will be at that price of, where are we? Click here, and right now it's $127, only till midnight tonight. Now, there is a convenient 2-pay option should you need that. I'll click through there. So there is a 2-pay option of $67. So I did want to highlight that because that could be something that you might be needing. And the third thing is, if you're into AI and you're doing more than just the regular, not just doing posts on AI, but you might have a website, you're doing sales pages, you're doing a blog, maybe you've done a video and you want to take the transcription and turn that into many other things. Marketing Magic today has its final pricing with a lifetime subscription. And actually, straight after this, so at the top of the hour, 40 minutes from now, the maker of that Maneksha is going to be doing a live training to show you some of the 58 tools that you can use within her AI integrated app. It's fantastic. It's online, so it's on your computer, but it helps you understand your brand voice. So who you are, who do you want to serve, what do you offer? Once you've entered that, then you move on to the next part. What are my programs? And it will spit out a complete marketing plan from your sales pages to your emails in the smallest amount of time. I can not even imagine doing things without it. So that is just 3 of the things that I wanted to share with you today that are going up at midnight, and that might be really helpful for you. And I just realized that I did. Yes, I was showing that to you on screen. Excellent. Fantastic. So that is some things that I wanted to show you there. So let's come back over here. And if we have any questions, let's go over here and have a look at those. So be careful with your notebooks. If you're writing down your passwords, you might think, well, that's in my own home. How can that not be safe? But they can be lost. You could have a flood, a fire. Yes, it could be stolen. And then how would you feel again? So there's always a relative amount of risk in anything, any place that you have passwords. So definitely keep that in mind. Okay, someone has asked, how can I create a comprehensive contract? So obviously, if you just search online, you may find some free templates. As I mentioned, I definitely show you that one there from Amy. So the one that I recommend from Amy, you can click over here, scroll down a little bit, and you will see, oh, where's Miss Amy? Let's do a refresh there. And you'll see something there about the legal stuff, and that is where you'll find, here we go, here's Miss Amy. So Get Legal with Amy, listen to her free masterclass, and she does have templates. She is a lawyer, so we can trust what she says. Or if that's not applicable to you in your area, maybe you want to have a look and visit some legal counsel in your area. Some places will offer a free service the first time you meet to give you some legal advice. So that could be something to look into, depending on what part of the world you're in. So that could be the way that if you're ready for a comprehensive contract, definitely have a look at that. So what's the best way to store passwords? Again, that's really a personal choice. Think about what is best for you, for your circumstances, and if you're choosing a paid option, which one suits you best. So if you're just a solo entrepreneur right now and you're not planning to add a team, maybe one of those free options might suit you for now. But if you are looking to move forward very soon with a PA to help you in your business, you might want to have a look at LastPass, because that has a really excellent option of sharing passwords with a team member, but they don't actually see your password. So it's a link that they click into to open the access to something you've given them access to, and that at least keeps your password safe that way. So that's a really cool one there. Okay. Right. So we really looked at how businesses can use these legal opportunities to protect their business, just like putting on sunscreen to protect yourself from the sun. So I hope that has been helpful and given you some things that you really want to look into. And I don't see any more questions in the chat today. I have appreciated you joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So what are we going to talk about next time? Stay tuned, and I'll be posting about that shortly. And if you have any requests of things that you would like to learn more about, always you can leave a message here in the chat. You can contact me in any of the Facebook groups I might be in with you. And later on this week in the Inner Circle Facebook group, I am going live for a tech Q&A there. So maybe I'll see some of you over there. Have a fantastic day. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. See you.